face. Like, are you, that's it? Like, are you sure that's it? Like, am I saying it's like, yeah, that's it, man. That's it. That's it.
But that means it's working.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's a good. What are some of like the logos you're coming up with? I mean, is it anything crazy or album covers?
I'll have to send you some roughs. You know, like there's a couple kind of floating around. I think on Facebook, I might have floated one out there for a flyer or something, but it's actually still sort of being developed. But I think you'll like it, and when it is done, I will definitely let everyone know when the official Nympho-based logo is up.
Do you think you guys are gonna go around and do a tour, or you plan on staying local for now?
Well, I think I think doing the local thing is smart economically, especially at first.
Sure.
And kind of making our rounds in the tri-state area, and then branching out from there. And like every time we talk, I mention going back overseas, and I'd love to eventually see us in the UK and Europe and Japan, and there's still fans from other projects that are like waiting for me to come back over, and hopefully they'll be receptive to this new band, and we'll branch out that way. But yeah, we'll certainly start local, and kind of do it smart. It's like I can't. Dave, I think I can speak for him too. Like he and I really can't just go and lose an F ton of money off the bat touring.
Right. No, I hear you.
I think starting in smaller clubs and then working our way up is a good route for us. And of course, if we get and hopefully we will get some good opening possibilities for some tours. I mean,
right.
It's a great situation. We'll jump right on it.
Well, you're in one of the best areas for that, and that's what's good about it. You're in Philly, so I mean, you can go. You're in the heart of it, right there. Pretty much, you can get to New York, Boston. You can get all over, basically. So,
absolutely, yeah.
You're probably,
you mentioned Austin. I'm really looking forward to getting back into Texas.
But so what do you think is gonna happen as far as getting to the UK? You think that's gonna be years off, or
what do you think, Dave?
I think it'll kind of be see what happens, see what how people take the band, and how receptive people are of it. But yeah, I'd love for it to happen now. I'd go tomorrow if I could.
Absolutely.
But like Steve said, we're going to try to play it smart and have a well laid plan.
Do you? I know when you were recording your solo stuff, at a point you were going to work with Virus. Is that something you're going to bring to this project, or?
You know what? I'm glad you reminded me. It's in my production notes. This next session we're doing. It's sort of like a set, 11 songs that we're definitely recording. But I think one of the songs that I had asked Virus to play on will very likely be, possibly I should say, be on the next set of songs we record. And he offered, to come and play on it. It's a track called So Pretty, and it's kind of a dark sort of rocker. It's it's about dancing with addictions and dancing with depression, dancing with a lot of dark stuff, but it's got a bit of a positive spin on it. It's a pretty cool tune, I think. So I'm hoping that'll end up on the album. And yeah, I'd love for Virus to come down and lay down some guitar, as long as that's all right with you, Dave.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So he never, you never had that happen yet, because I know you were.
We were actually really close a couple times to like getting together, and it's just like it seemed like there was a lot of delays and a lot of circumstances happening that kind of put things off, and then he went off and did a gig, and he was like out of the country for a while. I don't know if he still is, to be honest. I got to get in touch with him.
No, he's back. I talked to him a few weeks ago. He was doing the Rock of Ages and another show for Norwegian Cruise Line. So
that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I was reluctant to say. I didn't know if like that that was like common knowledge or what. But yeah, like a couple times I called or texted him, and he's like, "I'm on a boat," email.
Right.
Me.
Yeah, no, we talked about it on the show, so he's cool. So but,
is he still doing the Norwegian Cruise Lines?
No, he's back. He's doing some studio sessions and stuff. He's going to Russia and I think the Ukraine with AC and Dope. They got like 4 or 5 shows scheduled over there.
Yeah, that's great.
And then I think he's coming home after that, and that's about the last thing he told me since, I talked to him last. But, yeah, that's pretty much his plan. So I think he's looking to do some studio stuff, so I'm sure you can get him in somewhere there. But that's great promotion there. I mean, just the fact he's in Device and was in Big and Rich and, Dope and all that shit. So that, putting him on the album might, help it out.
It couldn't hurt. It couldn't hurt. And I mean, the driving force behind really asking him to come and lay down, a track or two or whatever was just, he's a brilliant guitarist, but he's just like such a cool dude, and he's so mellow and down to earth. And that's tough to find nowadays.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's not,
with someone, and he's not Mick Jagger star. I mean, none of us are, but I mean, he's a star. I mean, he's a fucking rock star for sure. And but he's just he's got that like working man's ethic, and he's just real cool and down to earth.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, he came on the show, no problem, answered all the questions. He only had 20 minutes, but he's not the type of guy. He's approachable. I mean, the guy's got a massive amount of credits under his belt as far as the bands he's played with, and I mean, Lords of Acid, Device. He's been in Dope. It's just countless, Big and Rich. So he won that audition. He was gonna play lead guitar in the Spider-Man on Broadway. So the guy's obviously a huge talent. And I don't know. Yeah. It's just I agree with you. He's just a cool guy, and I would love to hear him play on your album. That'll be awesome.
Me too. That would definitely be cool. And I think that's definitely the plan. And last we had left it, which was some months ago. He was definitely down, and I was real excited about it. I think I told you. Yeah, I must have told you.
Yeah, we talked about it because I talked about it with him too. So I try to keep it all going. So, but,
right.
But so the band is still new to me. I still haven't even heard it yet. When this is getting ready to roll out, do you have a website now? Where can we find you? Because I only know the Facebook page, and that, that's relatively new. So I want to give you the opportunity to tell people that are going to tune in where they can find out more about the new band.
Absolutely. The site is actually getting built, and it's going to be Nymphogeist, GEIST, .com. Easy enough to remember, and hopefully we'll have that up within the next couple of weeks.
What do you plan on putting up there? Are you going to put demos up and videos, or what can we look forward to coming to the website?
I think one of the first things we'll probably put up there is maybe like a couple tracks, a couple songs we did for the band show, because I think a couple of those bunch of those songs came out, I thought, really, really good. And I think that could give a nice little teaser, you know, to where we're heading. And then certainly, you know, as the album's getting done, we'll be posting updates and, you know, videos. And I plan on taking a lot of video and the recording and, you know, doing updates through the whole process. That's always fun to do. Yeah, just cool stuff like that will definitely be up there.
Are you looking to do a CD release party or something to that effect going on? Are you going to do something on the internet?
That's something we're talking about now. You know, it could be either or both. We've got a little bit of time. I mean, we still got, you know, plenty of tracks to record, but I'll know more about that, you know, certainly next time we talk.
Are you guys gonna take like the Trash Light Vision approach and do? I think AC still works like that too, doing basically the T-shirts yourself and stuff like that, or.
If I can get away with it, no. But then again, you know what? It's something I did think about, you know, and it's, you know, that's something that's in the embryonic stage to the merch, and I have a lot of really, I think what are cool ideas. It could end up being, you know, like a Trash Light scenario where, you know, my house turns into a factory where it's, you know, they're pumping out T-shirts and stickers and merch, or you know, if the right merch deal, you know, comes up, then that's always an option. But you know, I mean, truth be told, you know, it is a lot of work, but I mean, it is gratifying. You know, like silk screening your own shirts and just having that creative control through the whole process. You know, all the way up to the ink hitting the shirt.
Right.
So
I think it makes fans want it a little more, especially if you can do like just a limited release yourself of it, and even if you got merchandised after that. But I don't know. I was just curious anyway. I just think it's, you know, it was cool the way that you guys did it. I mean, I even still, where I bought 2 or 3 copies of each Trash Light Vision CD because you guys were only putting a small amount out, signing and numbering them and shit like that. So that, I don't know, it was just cool. I still like having a CD, so.
What's that?
I still like having a CD, so I mean that was always part of the fun, you know, when you guys released something, was getting that 100-run copy of the 3 or 4 songs or whatever. But it was something like that. I don't know if that's the actual numbers, but I know you guys work like that.
I've got just a very, very few amount of them still floating around up in my studio, and I'm proud of all the work, you know, Trash Light put in, you know, to all that, and you know, Dave and I and the guys are certainly going to be busting our ass on all cylinders, you know, as well, and you know, we're looking forward to getting this thing, you know, out there, get this monster out of the cage, you know.
So you said sometime early next year, right? Do you have any set date as a goal, or is it just something you're going to float around for now?
I'm going to go with a rough, like, I'd be happy with, honestly, like, January release. We just won't release it the same week as Bowie releases his album.
That's right.
He's coming out he's coming in true Bowie form, as he did with the last album. His album Black Stars dropping on his birthday in January. But I'll make sure it's not that week.
That's funny.
We'll get lost in the sauce. But I mean, I think January's, you know, I think pretty realistic.
Yeah, I mean that's right around the corner, so I'm definitely looking forward to it, and it was definitely a pleasure to have you on. I don't want to keep you guys on too much longer. It's already been, you know, close to an hour, so.
Yeah, thanks for giving us so much time. And
yeah, no problem. So once the
Thanks for your support, man.